Good morning, everyone, and welcome to CVHP News. I'm Sonora Scott. It's Monday, January 27th. We begin this morning with a request from the San Angelo Police Department. They need information about a stabbing that happened early Sunday morning where 26-year-old Reem Talton was fatally wounded. The stabbing happened during an altercation at the Stripes located at 1322 South Bryant just before 1 a.m. If you have any tips regarding this murder, the first of 2020, you're urged to call police. Now, turning to a lighter note, Lynn Shipley won the Citizen of the Year award from the Chamber of Commerce. Our Amanda Lozano got to talk to him about that honor. Take a look.
The winner of that Citizens of the Year award is truly a servant leader.
At the 104th Annual San Angelo Chamber of Commerce banquet, Lynn Shipley, unit director for the original H-E-B store, was awarded Citizen of the Year.
And it's a big secret until the night of the event.
I found out my wife knew 3 weeks before I was able to find out, but it was a total surprise.
A New Braunfels native, Shipley arrived in San Angelo 20 years ago and has been a part of small communities his whole life.
I've always been in a small community. I grew up in New Braunfels, Texas. I've been in Corpus Christi for 6 years, been in San Antonio, then Fredericksburg, Texas, and then I came out here.
During his time in San Angelo, Shipley has been heavily involved in the community, working with the annual Feast of Sharing, the Boys and Girls Club, and the Stock Show Premium Sale.
You know, nothing is too big or too little for Lynn. You'll see him raking up trash in somebody's backyard or serving dinner at the Feast of Sharing.
The Citizen of the Year was selected by last year's recipients, retired Lieutenant General Ronnie and Maria Hawkins. Shipley will be tasked with choosing next year's recipient.
Well, it's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of focus. And my goal is to really take a look at those local constituents that stand out and really try to make a difference for our people in our community.
For News Connection, I'm Amanda Lozano.
Congratulations, Lynn. He's a very sweet man. Well, if you're looking for some sweet treats, look no further. We've got all you need to know about Cowboy Up chocolates.
We have things you wouldn't find anywhere else.
Cowboy Up Chocolates has received the Peters Chocolate Award of Distinction, recognizing small family-run chocolatiers making their mark on the industry.
It's people who in the chocolate industry made a mark on the chocolate industry, and they thought our cowboy focus and everything Western was worth the trip.
The local chocolate shop is one of only 12 candy businesses being recognized and featured across the country. James Crowder, who opened the shop in 2008, says it all began with inspiration from a friend who would always make him English toffee. He learned how to make his own sweets and wanted to create something different.
Our goal was to have something you wouldn't find anywhere else, represent Texas, and have flavors that represent Texas, like chipotle pecan, smoked jalapeno, mesquite bean, dulce de leche, that type of thing.
Crowder's favorite, the pecan and caramel turtles and Bronco brittle with a kick.
It's peanut brittle, pepper flakes, and cayenne pepper. Really good.
The Western-inspired creations have been a hit all over the state of Texas and the world.
Our candy's been to every state in 45 countries. The Food Channel, Texas Country Reporter, had no idea. People just like cowboy stuff.
According to Crowder, his dream is for Cowboy Up Chocolates to be a Texas brand of gourmet chocolates. And while he recently sold the shop, he'll still be around to make sure the chocolates continue to be a Lone Star staple.
Still Cowboy Up chocolates like it is. I'm still working here for about 3 years, teaching them the trade.
For News Connection, I'm Amanda Lozano.
Looks good to me. Well, a reminder that the rodeo is coming up. It's starting this Thursday, and we've got an app for that. Here's the info on how to use it.
Concho Valley Homepage has a simple solution to keep track of everything rodeo. Get score updates, maps, fairground and midway info, and so much more right in the app. Here's how to download the Concho Valley Homepage Rodeo app, sponsored by Drennan Real Estate Group. First off, go to cvhpdigital.com/rodeo. Then tap the box with the arrow. Scroll across and tap Add to Home Screen. Then enjoy everything the app has to offer. Sponsored by Drennan Real Estate Group.
Now let's check in with Jay Martin, who's got a look at the weather. Good morning, Jay.
Well, I hope you had a good weekend. It was on the warm side. Well, we're going to continue to see warm conditions for us as well. We're going to be getting into the upper 70s for today, so very warm, some actually seeing some 80s. but we are going to be seeing a cold front that's coming through. That's going to be overnight. We'll see some light showers in the evening, but most of it going to be overnight. Right now we're getting temperatures in the mid 40s. Those rain chances are going to be later. Some of them could see some little bit of heavier rainfall, some thunder, some lightning as well with that. But it is going to be overnight when most of us are asleep. Here's looking at midnight right now, 1 or 2 areas seeing those stronger storms as we pass through. But then beginning Tuesday morning, we're going to be clearing it all out. We'll be cooling off, getting to the low 60s again. We'll have a few clouds sticking around, but those will clear out, giving us a nice sunny Wednesday before the second cold front that comes through. That's on Thursday. That's going to be coming through later as well. It is going to be showers for us here in the Concho Valley, and then we'll start to see the colder air come back, get some low 60s for the end of the week before the weekend, where we're going to be warming up nicely. I know the first weekend of Rodeo will be getting into the upper 60s with plenty of sunshine, but before that happens, I hope you enjoy the nice warm Monday with upper 70s. Then we cool it down for the first cold front that comes through. Then the second one is still seeing cool temperatures and rain chances as well before we go into the weekend, where we warm up into the upper 60s and some 70s.
Thanks, Jay. Yeah, that'll be perfect weather for the rodeo. But first of all, we have a book signing that we're going to talk about. The first event of this week, it'll be beautiful weather for that. I'm joined by the beautiful Mary Ellen from Old Town Books. How are you?
Fine, thanks. Thanks for having me.
Of course, no problem. So let's talk about, first of all, just your fabulous bookstore, Old Town Books. Tell me all about it.
Well, we opened on Black Friday, which was November 29th. I can't even believe that it's been almost 2 months. It's gone by really fast, and we've learned a lot. And but the best news is that I think from the completely positive response to the bookstore that it's something that people really wanted and that San Angelo needed. Since Hastings closed and we were left with no bookstore.
There's nothing.
So it's a fun place to come. We're trying to create an atmosphere where, I'd love for you to buy books, but beyond that, we'd like people to come, for sort of a gathering place, comfy, have a cup of coffee, visit, maybe thumb through some books. We're going to have all sorts of events throughout the year. This is the book signing is the first event that we've got scheduled, but we've got lots of other things on the calendar. And so far so good. Everybody seems to enjoy coming by.
Yeah, it's fabulous. I've been in there a few times myself, and it's just the fireplace, the couches, you've got your little coffee bar, all of that set up. It's so homey. It's
very homey, and then when it gets warmer, we're going to open those doors, and we've got a nice patio, and people can even go outside when it's nice and, read and drink their coffee or whatever. It's a wonderful location. It's 506 South Chadbourne in an old building that David Mazur restored in 1998. And a lot of people know the building because for a long time it was a venue, and so there were a lot of different things held there. And but perfect building for this bookstore.
It is. And you've really a little bit of everything. There's a kids section, there's history, there's all kinds of stuff.
That's right, and that's kind of what San Angelo has lacked. We actually do have something for everything from the littlest to the oldest, and across all general interest areas. There's and if you come there and we don't have what you want, then you tell us and we will order it for you.
Hey, fabulous.
And the other thing is we like suggestions about, I think this would be good for the bookstore. And we've added a lot of things since November 29th when we opened that people have recommended. And so that it's, I have no intention of it being my bookstore. I want it to be San Angelo's bookstore.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah. That's wonderful. That's very well said. Because it is. It's just something for everybody, like you said.
Yeah.
So this event is happening 4:00 today, book signing with the author, and you brought the book too.
Yes, I did. I don't know exactly where to hold this.
There you go. Yeah, right
there. This is the book. The book is I Was Hungry by Jeremy Everett. So I don't want to, Jeremy is the most important person because he's the writer, but I kind of want to let San Angelo know that he does have a San Angelo tie.
Oh.
He is married to Amy, his wife is Amy, and she was Amy Miley. And her parents are Jeannie and Marta Smiley. Amy actually grew up in San Angelo. So the Mileys lived here for about 20 years when he was the first pastor of Southland Baptist Church.
Oh, okay.
And Jeannie Miley has written a column that's been in the San Angelo Standard Times for 40 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's his tie to San Angelo. It's how I have known Jeremy for years, well, ever since he married Amy. And so when I was thinking about my first author, I thought, oh, let's get Jeremy because that'll be a nice, safe bet.
Yes.
I know who he is. I know he'll be wonderful. He has a brand new book out. The book came out in 2019. And so, yeah, I contacted him and he immediately agreed to come. And when we set it for January 27th, I thought, oh, it's so far away.
Yeah, but nope, we're here.
Here we are. Here we are. And I'm excited about it. It's at 4 o'clock this afternoon. Jeremy will tell us a little bit about the book and about what he does, and then he's going to take questions. I anticipate that San Angeloans will have questions, and then after that he will sign books. But he is the creator and director of the Texas Hunger Initiative, which we have an office here in San Angelo, and Mary Herbert is the director of that office. And he actually begins his book in the first chapter, well, not the first chapter, the second chapter, talking about some of his initial work. And it was Mary actually contacted him because she knew him through the Mileys and wanted to have an office here. So we've been one of the first places that had an office, and we have been, as a city, we have already been involved in this for many years. So I think that it'll be wonderful for a lot of us to get to know what's going on, not only here, but in Texas. The goal of the Texas Hunger Initiative is to eradicate hunger in Texas. And actually, I was, earlier when we were getting ready, I was reading on the back of the book, and this summary of what the Texas Hunger Initiative is, I think, says it better than I ever could. It's an organization that partners with the U.S. Department of Agriculture, Texas state agencies, the corporate sector, and thousands of faith and community-based organizations to develop and implement strategies to alleviate hunger. So kind of the bottom line is that what Jeremy's trying to do is, instead of all these entities taking singular paths, I think what he has learned through his work with hunger pretty much since he began his adult years, is that the more you can come together on initiatives, the stronger your impact is going to be.
Yeah. And it is a very real issue, hunger, here in San Angelo and the Concho Valley. We do have a lot of organizations who work together to try to solve that issue, but it's ongoing, you know. So not only the state of Texas, but especially here locally in West Texas. And I think that'll be a remarkable event, to get people really aware of what's going on and what's to come, and from his perspective, because he's been in on it since the beginning. Yeah,
this is his journey. The book is basically, I just finished it last night. I'm very impressed. It's his journey.
Yeah.
He got his Master's of Divinity at Truett Theological Seminary at Baylor University, and while he was doing that, he was even living in a poor section of Waco, trying to understand the culture of the people that are without. And the things that he can tell us about that are very enlightening, help us to understand sort of the root causes of hunger. And the book is very, very eye-opening. And it's short, it's a good read. It's an easy read, except it's a very important read and a very, I think, eye-opening, consciousness-opening read.
Yeah.
And so, of course, we have the book at the bookstore.
Of course.
Plenty of Jeremy's books for you.
Yeah.
And you can get one and he can sign it, or you can just come and listen if you want.
Yeah. Well, fabulous. I'm sure the first of many events happening
Yes.
at Old Town Books. Again, give us that information, that address,
Okay.
Phone number, website, whatever you want to.
Yes. Okay, so it's 506 South Chadbourne. It's a block south of the river.
Mm-hmm.
It's catty-cornered from Napoli's restaurant. And it's at 4 o'clock. We're billing it as 4 to 6. I mean, you can come and you've heard what we're going to do, so it won't last long. If you can't stay long, that's fine. 4 to 6, we'll have some little refreshments. And our telephone number is 325-703-5151. You also can take a look at Facebook, Instagram, and our website. We'll all have the information about the book signing.
They're everywhere. They're everywhere.
Right.
Fabulous. Well, thank you again so much for joining me, and good luck on this event. I'm excited to see what else is coming up too.
Thank you, Sonora.
Of course. And thank you all for joining us for CVHP News. Don't forget to follow us on social media and download our free app. All you got to do is search Concho Valley Homepage in your app store. That's all for right now, but hey, we're going to see you right back here tomorrow morning. Have a great day, everybody.